What you take as enema is food, enter your body. The person you sit and get close to is food because you tap what the person has. If you are greeting people, that is why I don't advise people to always just greet people. There are some people you greet the whole day, you have bad luck, and some people you greet the whole day, blessings. You have a good day. That people carry a lot of negative energy, not at all. If you're talking them, the surface area, yeah, you grab that negative energy, it enters you and it brings you down. You may fall sick, it may destroy a lot of you, it may destroy your day, even your week, your month, even your year, your entire life. Just because you hold them, you greeted them. And there are some people you greet them, you are blessed for that day or the whole of your life. And there are some people only looking at them, tapping from them, you gain. And some people, you feed yourself with evil. You see, this is what we call food. So you see, I'm talking like a holistic scientist, and not like just a nutritionist who go and study vitamins and minerals, or a doctor who go and train about pathology, study physiology, anatomy, and so on, to just prescribe for signs symptoms. I'm talking as a holistic doctor. Because that is what I do to my patients. When you come, you are sick, I carry out holistic diagnosis to try to trace what weakens you for you to be sick. Because the microbe that enters you is not the problem. It is the inability of your body to withstand the microbe that is the problem. That is why, for example, 10 people can contract a virus, a bacteria. Out of that 10, maybe 2 will die of it, those who were too weak. Some will not manifest symptoms and it disappears. Some will not manifest any symptom. You see, it's all about energy. Life is all about energy. And your energy comes from what you feed yourself with. What you feed your brain, what you feed your eyes, what you feed your nostrils, your mouth, your skin, your whole body, what you feed your life, your ears with. That is what is called nutrition. Not just the food you eat. So I challenge all of you, all my fans, my followers, all those who follow me, who listen to me, start asking questions of what you eat. This is just part 1 under nutrition. When I will come back, the next program, I will now tell you the type of foods to eat and what not to eat. The type of dress to put on at a particular time I want not to put on. So, catch you on the next program.
Garden of Eden Naturopathic Institute of West Africa, Ginewa, our headquarters, Boya, Wonyamavio, Mile 18, Munya Road. Contact 674-286-493. Kumba, beside CPDM Hall, Kumba Town. Contact 674-288-671. Douala, besides Tropicana Ancien Route Beseke Bonaberi. Contact 674-289-523 or 695-936-243. Yaoundé, Biamasilak, from former Texaco, MRS, former Shells Mayor, 758. Bamenda, Jumabo Mankan, Bamenda again, behind Total Commercial Avenue. Contact 677-319-866. Limbe, Carr Street, Newtown. Contact 674-288-957. Bafoussam, behind Légion de Gendarmerie. Contact 680-219-145 or 697-921-385. For consultations only, contact his healer, Dr. Richard Fro at 677-628-980 or 699-958-893.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Many thanks to you, Dr. Richard Fro, at least for edifying us about what we need to eat and how to go about living a healthy lifestyle. It's very important. There are little things that we try to neglect, but then they are very important for us. Like he said rightly, that we have so many illnesses today, so many cancer of the blood, cancer of the A, cancer of the B. All of these are just the eating habits of today. That's why you must have realized that the government of Cameroon some time ago took a rigorous move to eradicate this issue of using formol on perishable products, which of course the use of formol started in Chang and then came to Douala as well, and a whole lot. The government decided to embark on a rigorous move to ensure that people should stop using formol, and equally the use of fertilizers as well. It's true farmers want plenty of money, but the kind of fertilizers that they use always have a repercussion. But what can we do? We are helpless. Someone just said some few minutes ago that which I can eat, I will just eat. For after all, something must kill a man somehow, right? If you cannot die by accident, you die by constipation or from contracting an illness. So it's important for us to be prudent on what to eat and when to eat. Like I said earlier, it may not be proper for you to come back from work probably by 11 p.m. in night, and then mama has prepared or reserved you a bowl of fufu and arrow, and you sit down to start eating. What time do you expect that fufu and arrow to digest from your stomach before going to bed? Mama, probably you need to wait for about 4 hours for it to digest, and you realize that waiting for it to digest by 4 hours, you might be going to bed probably by 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. So it's important, just take a glass of milk, and then go to bed. It's true that some people cannot go to bed without eating, so it's important to eat earlier enough so that your food can digest before going to bed. So that's what we want to thank Dr. Richard Fru for doing for us this morning on what to eat, when to eat, and how to live a healthy lifestyle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving over to our next slot, which of course it is a guided tour to the papers. That's our press review this morning. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the absence of the lone daily bilingual newspaper this morning, her sister paper, Cameroon Insider, is available on the stands. Cameroon Insider is on the stands this morning. We begin with Paul Biya drums unity, peace in social media outings. You may get details of that story on page 3 on today's edition of Cameroon Insider, which says that for the past 2 weeks, the head of state has been posting tens the messages to his social media accounts every day, highlighting some critical values that drive the nation's socio-economic and democratic progress. You can get details of that on page 3 in today's edition of Cameroon Insider. Still inside Cameroon Insider this morning, available on the stands, it says that October presidential election, too much disinformation, and in the face of all this disinformation, we are being told you may want to understand, just after 2 years since universal health coverage was introduced in Cameroon, what has been the journey covered so far. And the paper is telling us that 3.5 million Cameroonians have been registered into the scheme. And the paper equally pays tribute to former chair of the Cameroon Water Utilities Corporation and president of the Cameroon Order of Civil Engineers, died on April 15 after an illness. You can get details of this story and many more in today's edition on Cameroon Insider. Let's leave Cameroon Insider this morning, which of course we should be having it on our screen so that our viewers can best understand what we are talking about. We have the National Post bi-weekly. The National Post bi-weekly this morning tells us that Cameroon Days of Artificial Intelligence, AIC, unveils stellar lineup to understand if at all their permits are still updated. Now, still inside the municipal updates, the paper says that advancing local governance national modernization workshop set for April 22 to 23. You can get details of this story on page 1 on today's edition of Municipal Update Daily. Limbe, traditional wrestling athletes shine at FENASCO Big Games. You may want to understand just how the ongoing FENASCO Big Games is unfolding in Limbe. Then get a couple of today's edition of Municipal Update Daily. The paper goes further to say public funds, Supreme State audit says no hiding place for embezzlers. How does the government, how does the Supreme State audit intend handling such a problem? You can get a detail on today's edition of Municipal Update Daily. And of course, Bamenda City Mayor hails resilience. The stand says that Douala 3 Council suffers 22% drop in 2024 revenue collection. You may want to understand just what were the challenges like as far as the Douala 3 Council is concerned in the littoral region. They grab a couple to this edition of News Hub. Still in News Hub, the paper says Family Club launches campaign targeting HPV and cervical cancer in adolescents. This is a campaign that was launched some few days ago in the littoral region, and it is intended to run for practically 5 months in the littoral region to help protect the lives of our boys and girls, our young boys and girls who are classified as adolescents as far as cervical cancer is concerned. Now we leave news up this morning and to go down to the guidance post of Anga Christian. The paper says that 2025 presidential TV debate should be compulsory for candidates. Now, why does the guidance post daily proposes that TV debate should be a compulsory for aspiring candidates vying for the top job at a 2D? Get a copy on today's edition of the Guardian Post and feed your indulgence this morning. Still in the Guardian Post this morning, the paper says that as dispute over oil revenue reserve drags, U.S. Congress drums halt of IMF funding to CEMAC countries. You may want to understand just how this move is intended and what could be the repercussion after it is implemented. Grab a copy of today's edition of the Guardian Post Daily. The Guardian Post equally says that CPDM MP under fire for offering unproductive maize seed to farmers. Who is that CPDM MP and why is he under fire? For our grab a copy of today's edition. We hold you all as a sole responsibility to give you just the tip of an iceberg. If you desire to get any of the story better, more, or to understand the story more, much more better, then go to the stands this morning, grab any of the paper that caught attention and feed your intelligence. For like I always tell you all, yeah, that if you are not informed, what happens to you? Ask yourselves the question. So it's important for you to get informed so that you should not become deformed. That's how we do it. All right, let's digest our press review this morning, inviting Alain Manga to sing for us alongside Nico Mara. Enjoy the piece. I shall be back after that with Lady L.
Coucou, ton déjeuner est prêt.
Oui, chérie.
Tu me fais peur, tu es devenu très violent.
Academy.
Tu me fais peur, tu es devenu très violent.
Sanjo quoi? Fortuna Cameroun. Souviens-toi de notre premier enfant. Tu étais peur inspectueux.
Souviens-toi de notre premier enfant.
Tu ne l'avais presque pas le temps. Souviens-toi de notre premier enfant, bébé. Tu me suppliais pour un rendez-vous.
Mais aujourd'hui, tout a vraiment changé.
Ah ouais, tu n'as l'écoute.
Ça se passe sur cette rive que ça te met. Ça, c'est l'ambiance, tout le monde est dans la soupe. Didier en pose te lève le son, pousse le son. Avant, les lèvres, comme ça, yobo, ça. Bouge, comme ça, yobo, ça. Joli couteau, l'école Mara, pas la bombe, putain. Allez, Mara, comment tu vas?
Mon mari me ferait, est-ce que je t'aille? Maman, on a pas mettre
Joyce, ma soeur, danse. Ici en bongo.
Papa,
et Amoumi, c'est bête ton femme. Enisinelemba mama na wana betie. Amoumi wa bamba na betie, oisinelemba ye. Tiens ma mère. Patricia, tu es aux danses.
Aïe, maman, mon mari préféré, est-ce que je t'en ai dit où c'est?
Beautiful music there from Alain Manga. Nawolo and Betty. She was tired of being beaten, right? Remember how we met? Yesterday you were the one begging me. Today you're the one maltreating me this way. Sometimes pause, reflect about their relationship. Maybe there is something not right somewhere, because marriage at times, like I always say, has got its speed breaks. Yes. It's your morning breakfast show, ladies and gentlemen, on Home TV. It is always with delight. It's the morning breakfast show. We don't come here to sleep. We come here to wake you up. We come here to spice up your day. That's why we come here dancing every morning. Lady L, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Wana. Good morning, viewers out there.
Yeah. They say givers never lack.
And it's true. That's one thing. Like when you give,
don't expect.
Yeah. Don't expect from that same person, because when you help this person, another person whom you never knew about might help you one day. Yeah. So that's it. It's always important to give. Don't give and be expected. So just give. Other people will surprise you as well.
Are you even aware that some people carry out charity or charitable works in the sense? No, that's good. At least people are talking about it. But you go back to the understand where they are coming from. Very few of them are helping their family relatives. Very few.
I'm telling you, I had one neighbor. That man, he was always in church. That's how him and his children are always in the house. The children will be like, Daddy, please, I need this one, Daddy will not give. Uncle, please, I need this one, Uncle will not give. But when Uncle goes to church, hey!
500,000.
When they say tithe, oh, you gather everything.
Touch my hand and I'll give you a grace.
Yes, Papa. That's how they will shout. That's how everybody in the church will be praising him. But that's it. He's a devil in the house. It's not good though. I just look at them like that. Look at him, I'll be like, well, such is life.
It's very poor, very poor.
Everyone in church knows him.
For us to be painted positively in public, and then while in our families we are unable to help. Sometimes you call an uncle, please, I'm in it.
So today is actually April. Especially
everything we do is holy.
You in particular need to be holy. Wow! So Wana, happy birthday. Okay, let me sing.
Sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Senior D is not giving the last.
Happy birthday.
Because we live in a world where the spirit is dominating, the spiritual is dominating, so we must not forget that our ancestors are very much alive to guide us, to guide our every move. Whether you are sleeping or you are traveling, they are always there to guide and protect you. So we give them the glory, and maybe today I have to pour some palm wine to bless them and to say they should continue protecting me, because the eyes of men are very evil, and of course they have been watching closely to pull me down, but it has not been possible. So we pray to see it continue this day, and hopefully we shall be back tomorrow. In Boya have been dragged before the legal department and the Southwest chapter of the Cameroon Human Rights Commission after they allegedly tortured a young man in Moliko and extorted the sum of 400,000 francs from him. The Southwest branch head of the Commission of the Cameroon Human Rights Commission, Christopher Tambetiku, has vowed that the defaulting uniform men
Okay, I'm a combatant in the venture Paul.
La kinambo ekolo esale na kusela bola bola ndengape nungwali wanaken soso okulitena wasele dute ya konde matumbande wemba mwinya kadokita ndembana mende osilanga sawa mele dibiye wa mambo masewa bolano soso akumamya mundo senape malaya mamunja noma soso akumamya mundo senape malaya mamunja noma alaya mamunzo pemeria
Okay.
Mr. Melody.
It's your boy the Prince.
SBB.
99 music.
Change the glamour for change, but the mad way tell them to walk on the raps. They say support their own, but the mad way tell them that nigga's your favorite. Coming blessed to the car, be green rule lemons, so take us to the Red Sea. They ignore the facts, they wanna play politics with.
esi masinga, esi mamioko, esi madoko, nyabongwani. Isimalinga, isimadoko, nyabungwani. To oyoe iponde namo, to jokele manane namo, to dakosi iponde namo, ngamia moyoe. Titi, biana yoe no, kamo titi tenewa. Ye por sombalena, ye kwa dibanzo, babese. Ya mama cruelty Iswa mabumba wae Ya mama cruelty Iswa na konde wae Ya manyi babini Zaka zaka ya mama mado Monday,
Thank you very much, Grass Ndeka. And of course, we continue with Home Money. This time around, we are welcoming our touring man, Elvis FM. Good morning, Elvis. How body day today?
Body day fine.
You not pack you for night?
No. I don't decide. All that rather we keep 10,000. We don't carry and go. You even keep some important documents. So to rank and radon can cut and halfway for do all year. You look on sometimes you knock to say shh. Rather look you so you look at and look you. I want to tell them so. My ancestors don't say any rat no go turn up from my corner again.
Very important.
Continue.
Yes.
So you get better. So they both control pass or back or pass or forward. You the water the flow for the pass to them a problem. Traffic too. No say you must spend like 1 hour, 2 hours for day. I don't know what I say they put it, they can't walk, they walk before they go now, go she don't draw the plan. Oh now say wait see. They don't do road for open gutter. So that means water they pass, they need to do them. You know all the end for day, I don't tell you the one for right too. No problem.
Yeah.
That yesterday.
All right, make we get TV Pidgin News with Elvis FM.
country for them. I want to a special salute for all man where they watch we for inside Santa Akum side country day, and all man we don't stop for outside day for see the one way he make Tori today for inside home TV their own Tori house. We go start one time with wait till they make Tori today for inside our own Tori house. We go take one enter for inside chapter for work with boys for Oga Edwin from God. They don't do them for inside Douala Airport side country day. According to which we enter for inside home TV, their own Tori house na custom officer them. They don't cash wait till they call them for inside big book say cocaine. That means this substance them we according to the weight for it in them now around 70 kilogram, and if you want convert them for inside money, it go around 1 billion francs. We they catch them for inside chapter. We they don't take them, they put them for inside this pump machine them inside this one. Some person if a visit and visit sometime a pump machine the way they ship them for bring them for inside our own country. Now for inside chapter for Digno. Put them, then they cover them. When you look and you feel sometime now this pumping machine them where na cocaine ide for inside to read the enter for inside home TV. The own house say this same thing them. They come out now for inside South Africa and it enter for inside Cameroon here. The big question mark with Tori house it ask them now who they there for back this same work. We're going to turn back with this same Tori when it gonna be 300 for inside home TV. The own Tori house will come out for that one. They gonna enter for inside for this side for inside Felco John Mbange side country day. Where according to Tori we enter for our Tori house another body for some countryman we in name na Edwin G where they according to which we enter for inside Watori house. They meet up this countryman where he don't sleep for gutter as well as say I'm na countryman that where he sleep for inside gutter day. Inside this one they be meet up a catch identity where he did for his skin and other things them to really enter we say this so this countryman it be stay for that side for Atuakum inside Bamenda side country day for inside plenty did not they talk say na plenty Mimbo, that means thing where the hot head where this countryman he don't consume him, he make him the man he fall wait till the call and say Jengu for that side, then he last he swallow a birth certificate for inside a chapter for this story where it takes time. He pass for that side for inside Bangen, the side country. This one we go turn back for this story for some time where it gonna be time. He enter for inside Watori house na say waiting now for that side for inside Boya. They talk to it. They say some Kitumbe people them and some other near people. They go to answer question. This one now for inside chapter for waiting. This one now for chapter for plenty violation where they call them say human right violation where it takes time. It happen for inside Boya. When I say since we this kenen. If we start for up country, some of these kitu them, they don't receive plenty petition them from country people them. Except you go to drag some of these people them, take them, enter for this countryman. We na Christopher Tambe Tiku, we na big human rights lawyer and activist too. Make it talk for Watori house small.
Yeah. On the 10th of April 2025, we received a complaint from one in Care Pascal who had gone the previous night to watch football match around their
we na kitu motor it almost side for that side country as one the same for inside this same chapter. It been a chapter for them where they for inside high speed for this side where they want enter the Tomo side for that side for inside west region there. Plenty people they talk say even though no one sleep straight, but plenty of them they get caught for inside chapter for this story where it takes time it pass for that side for Babaju side country day. Countryman, now so take we see for inside Tori house. We go turn back with the one way you don't make plenty news for some
charity.
Yes, which control for outside they say we could be 300 for inside home TV at Tori house. We go bring Tori we pass for outside from Tarikon for Bamenda.
Okay.
Afternoon so some man do pass it. Una lock. Oh man lock. Shop them was small picking shop but big one no all man do lock so outside from Tarikon market. This one na one for inside that one. You sabi say for inside chapter for land, for outside for Sawe, it don't be na the one the way any man do want be chief because he go to use that style for take get land for sell am. You know say the only land problem. Other one them any man had been an open eye. So inside chapter they call am for grammar say land grabbing. You don't be na the one way you don't hold flag for that side for Sawe. You know, say our ancestors, they like people they give with other heart. When you give,
they obey away more.
That's the thing that. But when you give, there's some people they go do bad. Can't get. They say the one wash, and I say they know.
Too bad.
They do the dry, and they buy more. They wash and dry, they buy more. You know.
And what the masters of the washer?
And it is 9. Where now would the washer?
It is your wake-up show from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. from Mondays to Fridays. On Home Morning, we shall feed your indulgence with regular slots like Reflection, Health, Discovery, Talking Points, Press Review, Pigeon News, our Guest of the Day, Sports, Culture, and Public Opinion. Make it a date with us on the show as we usher you to the dawn of a new day with renewed energy. Home Morning. It is your wake-up show from
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I did announce that my main guest this morning is Mr. Ndive Njopor, fondly known as Ekumbe Talent. In fact, has over the years become a major cause for concern in that part of the republic. Many do fear getting a parcel of land. The children, grandchildren in Boya are afraid. They are not even certain having a land for their own. Now, many a times they do blame administrators sent to govern the FACO division for promoting this issue of land grabbing. Most of recent was the issue of the OIC land, which of course was about to be sold. Some time ago we had the Bolo Blind Center, which had a problem of a land. At the University of Boya as well, we had problems of land issue, which of course would have been grabbed. Now let's meet Mr. Ndive.
To build the CMPS down in, the one presently at my 17. Now they left the area because the area was too small for them. They were allocated land down where the present structure is. Now that land is there. People came the other day trying to plant pillars. Not trying, they have planted pillars, mapping out the land into plots for sale. Now if you go to GRE, you go to federal quarters, it's the same scenario. Now if you look at all these situations up through our chiefs and so we cry every day. They'll go to government institutions. Now they will come to that government institution and give part of that the institution's land for an individual to develop. Look at the case of OIC. How can we believe and accept that OIC land should be given to an individual? How can it be done? Meaning that if that individual takes that minister's intervention that just came days ago, few days ago, who was misled to sign a certain document to an individual, but now he went back and said, no, I was misled and I've cancelled what I signed in favor of an individual. The OIC land can never be sold. The OIC land is not even just OIC Cameroon. What people don't know is that this OIC is not a Cameroon institution alone. This is OIC International came here to put part of a branch of their school here in Cameroon, and that's where they left the OIC. But thank God, little did those who entered the land know that that place had a presidential decree of October 1990. Now the minister have gone through the documents of OIC and realizes that he was misled with a presidential decree. A presidential decree cannot be somewhere and the minister signs contrary. So if you look at all these things, we say no, enough is enough. We went down to Bimbia. Go down to Bimbia, that the land, the Bimbia, okay, there is a land crisis in Batoke. The chief of Batoke, that's the administrative authorities have ganged up with a group of persons to disregard the chief of Batoke. Because of what? Because of land grabbing. You go to Mukunda and Limbe, just these days, there was a land situation that a new village they want to create a new village for a new village from the Mukunda that everybody knows in Limbe. What I'm saying here is that we, the young people, if we don't accept that we are the mid generation of the present state of Cameroon, then the next 10, 15 years, none of us will even open his rendered land in Moyoka. Now, another ministerial decisions have come to cancel that. They have finished the land in Boya. Now, they are desperate for money. They have started going out of Boya because of land. Now, if a village found here in Boya goes to Moyoka because of land, will the chief here in Boya still have control over there in Moyoka? With the administrative authority there control both the chief in Moyoka and here in Boya? I say no. So what we are saying is that, please, enough is enough. The authorities that be should hear our voices. The minister of being a regional delegate here, who is now like a sub-director in his ministry to head the commission. How can somebody who was here, who grabbed and sold all the land, be a head of the commission to come and came here and give it? It's a challenge to CONAC. CONAC came here to do investigations. Yes, till date, no result. Some of us were summoned to Yaoundé to go and answer calls about land grabbing. Yet, no result. So who is fooling who? So what we are saying is that, please, the head of state who owns all, who is the head in charge of all the administrative authorities, the ministers, should step in. Because FACO now, they look at